going on, people? Welcome to Derby City Sports Review Show. Yours truly, Will I Am in the building. What's going on, Don?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Chilling.
T-Rock.
Day.
T-Rock.
Glad to be dry.
Right. Right. And speaking on that, hey, man, all that flooding that's going on, hey, shout out to our people, Franklin County. Franklin is hit hard. That's bad. So, take that seriously, guys. I mean, that when they was at Cincinnati, was on the bridge, and they showed how the water. They said, "Don't worry, it's coming towards Kentucky." It did, and those families is going through it. Not even just Franklin County, but all Carrollton County, everybody like that. So, prayers with you guys on that one. Big time, hell, Thunder's canceled, man.
Thunder.
Thunder's out of here, bro.
That's a first.
Man, I was gonna have me a bird stand down there. I was gonna go ahead and look. My wife, give me a couple of them. I got y'all.
Just stand there with me.
Yeah. I'll let your boy get that. Yeah,
That's
but nah,
business. Too.
big time. But that's crazy. Now you know how many people lost money, are going to lose money from that. And the crazy thing is, that's like New Albany's biggest thing. New Albany and Jeff, moneymaker. They ain't have no say so that they ain't know till we found out.
Tell you what,
I mean, it's crazy.
ADF is losing money.
Oh yeah.
I think they're nonprofit. So, you know what I'm saying? They work for sponsorships and stuff.
Hey, mayor, but get on it. Not that mayor, our mayor. Not that mayor already got problems. Not that mayor. We talking about our mayor. Brandon, but get on that, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff like that. But welcome. We're gonna get you guys ready, man. Got a big game tonight. We want to jump on before it started, you know what I'm saying? And 8:50 it starts on CBS. Y'all know how it is. So we're gonna go ahead and get you guys ready. But first of all, let's do it this way. Y'all know where to find 54 Sports Network. I mean, come on, man. I ain't even gotta say it. Y'all need to go on and already know. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, X, Spotify, everything, man. Just Instagram. Let's go ahead and follow everybody. Thanks for our sponsors, Mile Wide Beer Company, 502 Corvette Club, all that good stuff. Really appreciate you guys big time. And we're going to hit the ground running, man. Hit the ground running. Woo!
Talk about ETA.
Hey, UConn 82, South Carolina 59. Don't ever question Vegas. Don't ever question. There was a reason why they was favored UCLA, and they doubled down and on South Carolina, man. If I had a picture and I didn't want to do it because it's my girl Dawn, but man, she was on the bench cussing Fred and boy, her. She was hot. She had every right to be. That looked like when Louisville used to play them in the Big East and all that shit, boy. I mean,
they did.
Yeah, that was one of those games.
It was ugly, man.
They couldn't throw a rock in the ocean.
Nah, they couldn't. They couldn't throw nothing in the ocean. They couldn't throw nothing among themselves. Couldn't hit a basket if they was the only team on the court.
Couldn't guard nobody.
Nah. That's what they do. And the crazy thing, because I know we talked about it before, man, that backers ball going into the Final Four. Final Four, that defense was on her, but Fudd, man, come on. Fudd, dude, like, the crazy thing is that because Paige, remember, had to set a whole year, lost one. So 5 years ago, she was number one player. Fudd was the number one 4 years, but she tore up her stuff. Fudd was then you got Sarah, Strong, who was the number one.
Oh my gosh, she was.
Yeah, get ready, guys. Gino ain't going nowhere. Gino's 71. He's got 12 championships. It's done, man. Done. Did y'all get to see it? Did you get to watch it?
I watched it.
Enough of it. Enough of it.
I got frustrated. I was like, that can't go nobody. And it's simple moves. Pump fake, couple steps to the left, shoot J. It was just like niggas draining them. And then they started to panic. And they started shooting up everything. For a while, it was She was almost there, and then she just fall right off. It was just like
But that was the problem, though. That was the problem. The first time in a long time, and that's what UConn's problem when they had all the injuries, is that you only had one true bucket getter.
Yeah.
Now, the one off the bench, the 6'2" girl, for them, I can't even think of her name right now. Man, you got that up? You ain't using that? What the
Look,
hell is going on?
I'm sitting here thinking.
Joyce. She's a bucket getter, but Wiley's the only one who can create her own, and that's the difference. Everybody else is just role players out there. And UConn, like I said, dude, we got three of the best players in WBS, women's basketball period.
Yeah.
So that was crazy to be there.
Yeah, it was terrible.
That was ugly.
It was terrible.
Tell you, it looked like the Big East.
No, I mean, it was great game for UConn.
Oh, yeah.
South Carolina, oh my God. They didn't look like they were that kind of team.
But you know what? They struggled all year though. Even though they had that Gotti, you know what I'm saying? You know, they had enough talent to beat almost anybody. I mean, they showed that. But once a healthy UConn came through there and was favored in every damn game as a 2 seed, that was enough. Vegas knew what they was talking about, man. Beat down. Congratulations, Gino. I mean, it is what it is. You went 12. 12-1 in championship games. I think the men is like 5-0 or something crazy. How many championships you got? 5, 4 or 5? They ain't lost a championship game either. They ain't lost one either.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, they win.
Yeah, it's
All they do is win.
Connecticut was it Stores?
Yep. Championship, man.
Catch some of that water.
Yeah. What, the past 2 years, the men, now the women, yes, they do what they do. They do what they do. Lucky. Let's hit it, man. Saturday,
Man.
Final Four. Final Four. Florida.
Six my bad.
What?
So UConn is kind of interesting that
Oh,
you're saying
boy.
how many championships. I know it's a late, but while you was looking up, but you got 12 in women, 6 in men,
Yeah.
5 in field hockey, and 3 in soccer. They're like they got total.
Yeah, they nasty. Speaking of nasty, Florida went ahead and took care of business against Auburn, 79-73. I don't know. I think almost everybody. I don't know. Did we all pick on? Who picked? Somebody picked Auburn. All right, but he rebounded on the next one. But
He did.
good job. Hey, Clayton's a man. Bro. He's a man among boys. So first of all, dude, you talking about shooting off the dribble.
Yeah.
Like, he don't need any space, bro. Like, his body's floating to the left. He's knocking it down. Dude's a cheat code.
Yeah. Good for him. Like, when he release it, look like he just don't go in. Every time.
So Allen didn't have enough money. Rick didn't have enough money. Is that what we talking about? Rick didn't have enough money to keep him there. You know what I'm saying?
If ain't giving up his paycheck.
He give it up to Kentucky.
Kentucky. It's upstate.
Exactly.
He give it up to Kentucky.
Yes, Kentucky.
He should have gave it up at St. John. That's where he wanted him to go. Dude is freaky, dude. The thing about it is that they just loaded, man. I mean, that's why when I took them, I said, they're a complete team, like inside, outside. But when you got somebody that can go off and get you buckets at any time, and everybody knows you get buckets, that's scary, dude. That is ridiculous, man. I mean, come on, bro. And you think Auburn didn't know about what was it, the third time they played? Or the fourth time? Third?
That's just third time.
Because I knew they had that home and over. I didn't know if they played in the tournament. Okay. Third time, yeah, that's crazy, dude. Very impressive on them. Don, what's your thoughts on that game, man? On the Florida Auburn game?
Like I said, I was so impressed with your boy. Shit, we were just talking about him, but Clayton and everything else, he's ridiculous. And I was thinking Auburn was going to pull it out some type of way, but seeing at the same time, Florida didn't allow it. Every time that Auburn tried to get back in the game, Florida did something. And Clayton made some clutch shots at the end. I think it was 2 3-pointers at the same spot at one point that he made very close to the end. And he's ridiculous. He's not going to let his team lose.
Yeah. Plus, old boy was banged up a little bit, but he was still trying. Boom,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff, all that. T-Rock, what's your thoughts on that game, man? What did you peep out? I know normally you peep out something. What did you peep out in that game?
I'm kind of disappointed.
You go, take the bracket out of it. Take the
No,
bracket out.
I mean, but regardless, you know what I mean? Like, what really hurt them is, for one, as a defensive team, they could not guard him at all. They couldn't stay in front of him, and then if they did, he was the guy. Like, they couldn't do anything with him. I mean, he split double teams. We just watched it. You know what I'm saying? Split double teams, and he laid it up crispy. Like, they couldn't stop it. A defensive team that can't stop the guy, they just opens it up for everybody else. So with Broome, like you said, Broome with the elbow, and he was doing everything he could down there, man. But there was no hope for anything. But moreover, like I said, it was the main thing was, like I said, that's what I mean, because they couldn't do anything with him. He was unguardable essentially. It was crazy.
You know the crazy thing I saw today. They had his picture next to Kemba Walker. Kemba went off and led him. Yeah, I mean, dude's putting up some crazy numbers. He's putting up some crazy numbers. He's doing it.
There was a thing somebody said that I was listening to something. Somebody said that he has potential. I was listening to the radio broadcast of this game. They said Clayton has the potential to do something that somebody hasn't done since 1983. And that's if Florida loses this game and he puts up good numbers, he'll be the MVP.
Yeah, he got a chance.
And then the last person that did that?
You said what? 83? Who was in that? Was that NC State now? Who was in 83? I know Louisville was.
Houston. Elijah Wan.
Yeah, you just seen this NC State.
Yep.
But you know what? If the thing about it is, if they lose, and Pryor puts up number, Pryor's going to get his cry ball in the next game.
Yeah, let's go.
Speaking of the next game, Houston. Woo! 70. Dookies. 67. Say it ain't so. My gosh. Cooper Flag, his damn season ended like how it started. Couldn't make the plays at the end, big time. But you know what? The crazy thing about this whole thing is that you cannot go 10 minutes and 20 seconds with one field goal. I don't care who you are. That is ridiculous. Like, come on, bro. Like, all that talent. And don't get me wrong, Houston is a defensive team. We understand that. But 10 minutes with one field goal, luckily the free throws, but you didn't hit enough, and the ultimate choke job. Why did you keep on letting James pass the ball in? Kept on. Dude, they was having problems the last 5 minutes, bro. Like, he couldn't get it done, and you as a coach couldn't realize dude was there. It was fun. Help me. And Shire's like, y'all, you got it. And you got the tallest team out there, bro.
Right.
Let Cooper Flag pass it in, Knopa, whatever. Go ahead and get it back, man. He failed his team miserably on that. Because down by 7, and you lose the damn game with a minute and something. I mean, come on, man. That right there. And T-Rock's happy, guys. Y'all already know it because he was talking about he's got them winning the championship, so he's still alive doing it. So, T-Rock, I'm going to let you go ahead and start with your thoughts on Houston taking care of business.
Good choke.
Big time. Big time.
That's all. I mean, that's what it really boiled down to. They stepped up to D. Duke choked. You know what I mean? But Houston made it count when they choked. They hit the shots that they needed to hit, which is highly important. It don't make no difference if you turn the ball over if you can't score.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then when you've seen this time and time again, and basically any basketball. I don't care if it's professional, college, whatever. When it starts to go downhill, it just starts to go. Ain't no stopping it. Ain't no stopping it. You might get lucky and it, you know, pause it for a minute, but there's no stopping it yet. So you just seen the demise just slowly happen, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
Now don't get me wrong. I would like to see Duke in there just for the simple fact of a conference thing, but other than that, no, that's it.
You know the crazy thing, one of the key plays that people don't talk about on that was that put back dunk. A lot of players would have just got that rebound and threw it out for that three. If you did that, they missed the three. It's a totally different game. Get the rebound. That cut it to one, then it was still on. You know what I'm saying? You missed the three, they get the rebound. You got a foul that prolongs it for him to get that, and they still turn it up, man. Calvin Sampson is a bad boy. What's going on, Don? What's your thoughts on that game, man?
I mean, like you said,
How much money you lose on that game?
we're not even talking about it because I had a bracket in hand ready to win a whole bracket. It was over 200, ready to win if Duke won.
Right.
That was it. I was on PC of Duke to win. I mean, it was my money right there. And me just slowly watching the debacle of those Blue Devils. I mean, it's like the one time you cheer for Duke and this goes on. It's like, really? I have a little... It's crazy enough. Look, since Steals became an official stat in 1986, NCAA teams are 335-1 in games that they have beat their opponent in field goal percentage, free throw percentage, free throw attempts, assists, turnovers, as in fewer turnovers,
Right.
and steals. The lone loss of that 335
D-U-K-E?
Duke, of all people. I mean, that's one. You talking about a choke job?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous for them even. Woo.
Hey,
I wonder how Duke fans feel because they
upset, bro. They ain't said that. They ain't been on social media. They ain't done none of that stuff. They like, nah, bro. Everybody else's fan base is posting pictures of Cooper, all this kind of crazy stuff. Because it's like, to me, it's like when Kentucky choked. The undefeated team. You was the hands-on favorite to win it. Yeah, you was loaded to burn. Right there for you. You couldn't get in the championship game.
Man.
Yeah, man. All that's for naught. Nobody's gonna remember Duke, bro. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Cooper's gonna be known just because he's gonna go in the league and he's gonna get picked and I don't want to pick stuff like that.
Right.
All them other cats. Hell, Don said one of them they get ready to deport one of them. Man.
Yeah.
The center.
Yeah. Malachi. Macalouche.
Came in
Yeah.
whatever.
Macalouche.
Yeah, Malagone.
Yeah, Sedan.
Yeah.
He's getting all visas are getting done with from Sedan.
South Sudan. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We had a couple in on our team before.
Yeah, man.
Somebody.
You know why it's happening? They ain't taking none of the people back. It's just like, nah, we good. They like, well, we gonna make
sure.
Y'all done.
And we're gonna start with the high profile people that's hiding on these benches. The average is 2 points and 1 rebound. You're out of there. You're out of there. Wow.
You know that dude that's
And
run
he
the
has
marathon in about 2 hours?
And he has
He's
the
gone.
greatest
You
day
know-
against us.
But you know the crazy thing is, if they ever won, he probably had his visa right there, everything straight. He'd have been, you know how politics is. They'd have took care of him, boy. Duke would have fought tooth and nail. Krzyzewski would have been up, and he ain't even coach no more. He'd have been begging, pleading. He's no. They lost. Ghost town.
Yeah.
Nobody was at his locker. Nothing. They said, bro, you on your own, man. Get home.
They'll figure it out.
He said, get home. They thought he talking about Durham. Nah, get on. Get home. It's over for you.
An old place.
Woo wee. Duke choked. Yeah, they choked. They choked big time, man. And that's whatever.
Thank
He said, thank you. Thank you. Florida, 1.5 point favorite versus Houston. Tonight, 8:50 CBS. Woo wee. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm just gonna start this way. This has been scripted for Houston to get that they first. Wouldn't it be their first? Yeah, because they didn't win none with Elijah Wan to be that first. This is scripted for them to take care of business in the state of Texas, none other, right? Even though I love Florida, Florida's a team and all this kind of stuff, and really as a Louisville fan, I don't want Florida to win. Hell, damn, they have three like us.
Yeah, we definitely want them winning.
They have three in the book, we don't. But three, you know what I'm saying? So
In the book.
they got three in the book. You know,
Asterisk.
we got one. We got one on the corner somewhere in the back page. But still, right. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, do I really want them to win? No. And then, to me, Calvin Sampson win is just gonna stick it right to Indiana even more for 1,000 texts. Dude was out of control though, wasn't
I mean, he was like,
he? He was beyond out of control.
Take a little pass.
Sore thumb and all.
Make a look over it.
Smiley face. he was doing it with it. Had a colon and it wasn't even no. It wasn't no emoji. Emojis didn't exist when he was texting.
colon in parentheses.
Right. He's like, here we go. Let's go.
Not they didn't exist.
Yeah, man. He's like, emojis. What is that? Come on, Dad. Like, come on. Yeah. But anyway, this is set up for them big time. So let's go it this way. What will it take for Houston to win this game? What you thinking, T-Ron?
The same form they've been doing on defense. That's the only thing you know what I'm saying is going to help them win this game. Because again, if you can't slow Clayton down, you're going to lose this game. Because you're going to make sure that they win this game. So it's got to be the defensive side of the ball. That's going to be the key.
What you thinking, Don?
Yeah, I'm pretty much feeling the same. T-Rock. I mean, it's like I said, you got to slow Clayton down, and then they're gonna have to hit their shots. Because if they don't, and then I think if Florida starts feeling it early, they're gonna power down. If Houston ain't, with their defense and controlling somewhat and keeping it somewhat of a low scoring game, as in both teams got to be under 70.
Yeah.
So with that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree with that. To me, I just think Jawan Roberts has to be big like he was against Duke. He's going to be facing another taller team than him and his partner. They got to battle. They got to battle because we're talking about Florida just got big man after big man. They just rotate. They got like 4 or 5 guys that just bring in there. Him and the other guy who can't think his name, they have to be warriors.
Yeah.
And they can't be in foul trouble. Because to me, I think this right here, with they're seeing Layden talking about Florida, Clayton and Richard, Martin, tough guys. Well, let's give some credit to Houston guards. They tough too. You know what I'm saying? They may not be known as most of them Cryer was with Baylor and things like that, but they got some other dudes like that they can hang, they can hit jumpers. I just think that inside play, and besides, like you said, that's a recipe under 70. It's got to be another rock fight. It's got to be another rock fight. Let's be close enough and then impose our will, our defense, basically in that second half.
Right.
What does it take? What does Florida have to do to win this game, T-Ron?
Well, I mean, obviously, the man going to do the thing, but they're going to have to probably do some things in the post. They're definitely a taller team than Houston, so they're going to have to take care of the post and then play it inside out. It's going to be the best thing for them. I don't think they're going to have any problem on the defensive side of the floor, quite frankly, but for them to, get it, to get, because they're done for these bursts, right?
Right.
Inside out is going to be the best thing way for them to play tonight.
True. Like that. Don, what you think?
Well, like I said, they're gonna have to be physical right back to Houston. They're gonna have to deal with it. They're gonna have to come right back at them. And when it comes down to it, rebounds gonna have to come into the factor also. So out rebound them, second chance points, things like that. Because if they're not hitting early, they can't let Houston take control and then hold them on offense. And then it'll be a whole different game. Then Houston go out. Or, well, they know to catch up, but at the same
Right.
time,
You don't want to
yeah,
risk
they
it.
want to be down.
You don't want to keep on risking it. Yeah.
Especially a good defense team like Houston.
Yeah. And the thing about it is Florida's got good defense too. We're talking about top 10 defense also, so it's like it ain't gonna be easy. Yeah, they don't have Duke on there, but dude, they are tough, big time. It to me, it cannot be Eddie Kane and the Temptations. It cannot be Clayton and the Gators. These other guys, these guards are gonna have to step up. At all. At all. But Martin, Richard, Hogg, and Colton, whatever, they all the big dudes, like you said, they got to do that. But they other players have to step up because Houston can win if Boy get 30 and nobody else do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You don't want that to happen. I think I may be a damn fan do it. But you know what I'm saying? But you can't. Everybody else got to step up too, man, big time. And I mean, this should be a hell of a game. I know this is not the shiny toy, the new toy underneath the Christmas tree. This is not the freaking Transformers that you wanted. It's the GoBots instead, but the GoBots work, and this should be a good game. You know what I'm saying? Big time. So everybody go ahead and definitely prediction time. I'm gonna start off. We're gonna end up with the Houston guy. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 72 to 68. Eddie Kane and the Temptation. Florida. Now who you got?
I already got my prediction in the books
Uh-oh.
on paper.
Does that score or what?
But the exact score.
What you got down?
The exact score will be 74 to 69. Florida Gators.
Woo! Chop! Chop! All right. T-Rock.
75-70.
Mm.
Them Cougars.
Woo!
Cougs.
And I'm gonna tell you what. If that happens, please let Olajuwon get on the court. Please, come on. That guy who did that, come on. He should have been fired right off the spot, dude. Yeah, dude. And you old enough to know who that was. So come on, stop it. And you probably from, a San Antonio fan. Yeah, mad as hell. We won a lot of championships. It is what it is. That's crazy. But y'all know how things go. So hey, y'all got it up. Who you guys have to win? All that good stuff. Let's see here. Let me see. Let's get back up here. All right. T-Rock, what you leave the people with?
Let's go Cougs.
Go Cougs. What you got, man? You got a card or anything? What you got? What you got for the people? Props, y'all. That's how we like props.
Okay.
You love props.
Had it in the Louis.
Yes, sir.
Hey, tough teams don't last. Okay, hold up.
Hold on.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
All right, let's go.
There we go. Tough times don't last, but tough teams do.
Go Cougs. You'll never hear me say that again.
Happy birthday to my nephew, Daniel Bird. Happy birthday.
Daniel.
Love you. It is what it is. Hey, guys, we'll holler at you guys. And, hey, hope your team wins.